Where is the circus of valley?
I've been spotted. Didn't even have time to say I've been made. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of DPLive Podcasts. Welcome to the Sanctuary, episode 1. So today, my name is Dana Pond and I am joined on the couch by Luna Zaid from the chat.
Hi, I'm Luna.
And Rod on the couch from the Donkey Kong Games.
I'm Rod from the couch.
And today we're doing a bit of a podcast. Thought we were going to hop on into it. So the question is this, well, I guess the phrase is the state of modern music. And that's what we're going to be discussing today. So if we have any hot takes, feel free to use them. Rod, do you have any hot takes on the state of modern music?
I was going to ask you, would you want to go to Taylor Swift? Toronto? Ontario, Canada? She's playing like, what, 6 dates?
I would go to a Taylor Swift show. Weren't they just in Winnipeg, though? Did we not just miss that? I feel like I saw some friends on Facebook posting, like, Taylor Swift. They had, like, 13s on their hands. I feel like...
Well, what's the 13? Is that
I don't know.
Taylor Swift thing?
I imagined it was... They were talking about how they took their kids to the concert.
But no, they were not here. But
they were not here.
They'll be in Toronto.
But they'll be in Toronto.
Next November.
Next
November, so not, like, this month coming up.
Yeah,
like,
so
not next
year.
month, but next 2024.
Oh, wow.
2024. Yeah, we can hit up Taylor Swift, T-Swizzle, in 2024.
Awesome. So, how much for tickets? How much for a hotel? How much for a flight?
All right, we're gonna need a hotel. We're gonna have to drive.
We need all the above.
We gotta drive because I have my ear thing.
Good luck.
Good luck driving.
Okay, we'll drive.
Good luck. I will happily cat sit for that adventure.
So, state of music.
State of modern music.
How Taylor Swift is doing is how the state of modern music is.
Well, she's one of us, is what we're led to believe. If style theory would be correct on that one, is that Taylor Swift has gone out of their way to make us feel as if they are one of us, one of the people, one of your average Joes every day, so to speak. She's just like me. She's just like you. She's just like all of us.
She is one of us.
One of us. One of us.
How many Taylor Swift songs can you name, by the way? Yep. Because I can't.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
22.
I think what,
style.
Karma's my girlfriend.
Karma.
Thank God for Friday. TGIF. I think that a Taylor Swift song.
Should have gone home? Should have known better?
How about Teardrops on...
Yeah, Teardrops on my guitar.
That had Taylor Swift one. I know that one.
OG Taylor Swift right there.
That's like old school. Old school for your kids in the, what is it, Generation Z now?
Gen Zers?
Yeah, they're Gen Z, and then apparently I'm a millennial, but I'm not.
Wait, what are we? I think I'm considered millennial.
I'm millennial.
Millennial,
All
but
right.
not. 95, no. But yes. It's confusing. Okay,
95?
I'm millennial, but I'm Gen Z, but I'm millennial. So, make that make sense.
So
YouTube.
We have a friend who has kids who have very strong feelings about a certain artist, Machine Gun Kelly. What was it that they said?
Despise them?
Yes.
It was despise. Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly is despised by
Hey, how you doing?
Despised by our friend's kid. I think that's harsh, but it's supposedly fair. How do we feel about Machine Gun Kelly's music?
Not a fan.
Not a fan. That's bold statement.
sorry.
Right
Not
out the gates. Not a fan. Wow.
Not a fan.
Shy Luna Zaid is a huge
Love
fan.
Travis Barker, amazing drummer, but like
I love Travis Barker. He is awesome for a drummer.
That will not get me listening to Machine Gun Kelly. I'm sorry.
Even though Barker is dating a Kardashian, I will not. No Kardashian here. No. Because, no.
Do you know any Machine Gun Kelly songs?
I don't think I do know.
Wow,
Oh.
you spend so much time here. You spend so much time listening to our YouTube when we're hanging out together when it's running through the playlist of recommendations based on our previous search history. I feel like you should know some Machine Gun Kelly at this point.
Like Body Bag? Come on.
It's just background music, like
background music, a day and a half Machine Gun Kelly straight.
I mean, that found all music is like daytime half, but music. Caught myself with that sense on. Ho!
Yeah, there was a whole instance where Rod was hanging out with us, and we were listening to recommendations on YouTube, and the playlist, the algorithm had just been on nothing but Machine Gun Kelly, and it was like a day and a half of largely Machine Gun. I want to say like
it exhausted itself on Machine Gun Kelly, so I can't name a song, but it was just all Machine Gun Kelly the entire time.
I think that's mainly my fault. I have a habit of like finding music that I like and then sticking to that music. If you can pull that into your own sense of what you do with life and music, come on, come over here. I love some approval.
So Olivia Rodrigo and Vampire, you said that you were not a fan of their music, mostly because your name isn't a last name.
My name isn't a last name. She's got my first name for some reason, which I'm not a fan of.
But outside of that, like, are you able to listen to her music objectively, or is it tainted through that lens?
What was it? Like, what's her song?
Which one?
Vampire, driver's license?
Yeah,
she's got her driver's license. Congratulations.
On your driver's license.
Good job, Olivia.
Especially now, since we have that MPI strike.
The MPI strike, they're not getting paid enough.
We can't even get our IDs updated.
That's the state of affairs in Manitoba when it comes to driver's licenses.
The thing! Now you know.
And the more you know. So yeah, the state of modern music. Do you think it's oversaturated? Is that one term that you would use? Or do you think that it's full of vibrant opportunities? Because those are two.
Well, there's always opportunities. It's all about like the good stuff exists out there, as long as you go ahead and find it.
So in terms of like today's top 40s music, are we listening to that, or is that something that we prefer to listen to our MP3 players on?
I don't know whatever's top 40, but there's a lot out there that exists if you search for it. Not a fan of the top 40.
I don't know about today's top 40, but when I was growing up, top 40 was the bomb. Like, that was the shindiggity. That was the bee's knees.
That's why we've got 90s and 2000 stations. Throwbacks.
90s,
yeah.
80s.
80s, 90s, whatever. That's
FM.
Bob FM. Gotta go with that. Didn't they change to something else recently?
Yeah, now that is Bounce.
Bounce.
Yes, Bounce Radio.
Bounce Radio, which is crud.
The times they are changing.
I don't like it. I don't like change, so that thing.
But yeah, I was saying I don't listen to top 40s either. I generally will listen to my own phone. I'll plug it in like Bluetooth to my car when I'm driving, as opposed to listening to what's on the radio. And when I do listen to the radio, it is the 80s, 90s stations. Like I'm listening to, if you're from Winnipeg, like 92 City FM, Power 97. Like I like that classic rock. Like that's where my headspace is at a lot of the time. And that's just my preference. Like I really like classic rock, and I think that comes through in my music. But like, where I don't know, what's your favorite genre, Red?
I'm not entirely sure. But I dig the like Tears for Fears, 80s like Depeche Mode kind of thing. Give me some like old school like synth and stuff.
There you go.
I love that.
And Luna?
I am, as I will love to say it, music illiterate. I do not know genres for, I don't know, Machine Gun Kelly and blues. Okay, I don't know the difference. So, I like music. Just don't scream at me and do not go when you speak. That's all I ask.
Fair enough.
Had to make it clear.
So, if we're going to circle back to the state of modern music and the fact that none of us here actually listen to top 40s music, are we qualified to speak on it?
Probably not.
We just avoid modern music.
I do not think so.
Yes and no. I don't know if I can speak on to modern music. I'm caught up in the past, living with my favorite bands. I listen to the albums over and over again. I like listening to albums front to back. I feel like you get a better effect. And I think that modern music is more about releasing those singles. And there's an art to album writing that has been or is being forgotten as we speak. And would you agree with that, Rod?
Sorry, what was that?
That modern music is more about singles than albums, and there's an art to writing an album that flows from beginning to end that's being lost.
Yes, completely, 100%. That's kind of being forgotten now with Spotify and the way everyone wants like singles as opposed to the full flow of an album. That was an experience, like having a full album.
Buying an album and reading through the jacket and looking at the pictures, looking at the lyrics.
Learning the story behind each song.
Yeah, and sometimes they do it like a video game where you got pictures of the band members and like you got their names and little about and like their heights and shit. Like
and you could read like the thank yous too. Be like, I want to thank
the thank yous. Like that's a note of sincerity that just like is lost in the modern age of music. Like nobody writes in like the footnotes of their single release, I'd like to thank so and so. Like it's usually just like published by so and so production agency and done with.
Nobody thanks anybody anymore. Like, even if you make it big, nobody thanks the little guy in the end of it. Like, hey, bud, you got me there. Like, nobody credits people who bring them up or, like, inspires people to do what they do.
No, I would agree. I think that it's the thank you of publishing albums is a lost art too.
And that was fun too. Is like someone would thank someone, then you read a name, be like, oh, this guy, what band is he a part of? And like you find out his music or their music because they were like listed as like a credit or like a thank you or like they produced it or they
when they thank other artists is that's a cute thing too. Like normally
and like
people
who's
think
that artist? I'm like, oh, they're part of that band. Like I had no idea.
They've got like thanks and special notes or whatever, and like they'll have lots of family members and friends, but then you've got like actual like artists that they're thanking and like yeah.
Sorry if I'm fidgeting. I'm trying to check the stream as I'm right here in person. Because somebody gotta maintain all this.
Well, we gotta know if the audio sounds good too. It's been a while. Oh, that song with the flags.
We are awesome. We are mint.
Brilliant. The been a while guy. What is that? Aaron Lewis. Good song. It's a bit much. No offense. To each their own.
What's a bit much?
What's a bit much? Just the country boyedness.
That whole thing. All right.
That whole thing.
That's another discussion for another day.
We'll table that one. Put a pin in it. A good song, and it's been a while.
Country boy, it's been a while.
Both are good songs. The end of the tangent and the beginning of the tangent, both Um, yeah. What are you guys thinking? Do you want to keep talking about the state of modern music?
I think I've said all I can say at the moment.
I do not have much to say about music other than I enjoy it.
No further opinions. Okay. I'm gonna go off on a spiel, and if this does inspire you to continue talking and like keep the conversation up, then by all means, let's keep going. But in terms of the state of modern music, I find that it is restrictive, and that there's indirect gatekeeping towards new and developing independent artists who are trying to make their way in the music industry, and that the music industry or the popular songs that we're listening to set an unfair standard for the people who are producing their own music to reach, because there are production teams and there are like multiple artists and sound engineers behind producing popular artists who get signed by like major record labels, and like you've got a whole team dedicated to like refining a song. You've got someone who's working on like the sound effects, the compressors, like making it wet, and you've got the other people who are like dedicated to jeez, get your mind out of the gutter. You've got other people who are dedicated to like actually producing the sounds and like recording the loops, and like sometimes Foley artists, and something like you've got like the redoubling on the vocals, and like there are techniques to recording good music. Like if you want to like throw in layering and left channel, right channel audio, and you want to play with the stereoscopic panning of the sound. Like those are things that you can do, and those are things that sound producers do. But like it's an unrealistic goal to say, "Hey kid, you've got an acoustic guitar and make music and make it sound like this." Like no, you can't do that with a guitar in your voice. Like you're never gonna get there. It's not fair to say that that's where you should be aiming with your music. And I mean like, it doesn't apply just to music. I would spiel and rant onto like how this applies into other areas, like prominent YouTubers who are famous for like their content, and like they've got teams behind them too. And like you can't do that alone. You can't produce that by yourself. Like you're kidding yourself if you think you can. And that's the state of modern music, is like it's an unrealistic standard for independent artists. Like you're never going to be that. You're never going to reach that level, that plateau, without getting signed and like having a team behind you editing and mastering and mixing and producing your music and like figuring out your sound. Like the state of modern music is that we've got computers and we've got AI that can emulate dead artists and write new songs that sound like them, and you can use these AIs to produce tracks and stuff. And like there are professionals who are trained in doing this for a career, who will train an AI on writing a song and have it like right through a chord progression and add like strings over it and stuff. And you can't do that by yourself. You can't. And so like, if you want to say my frustration with the state of modern music is it's unrealistic when it comes to being an independent artist. If you are someone with a piano, it doesn't matter like how good you are. And like piano is my favorite instrument. I suck at it. I know a couple songs I can play and make it sound like I play piano, but like I'm not proficient by any means. Piano is my favorite instrument. I play guitar. But doing that alone, like acoustic piano singing or acoustic guitar singing, you're never going to get to the level that they have on the radio.
You probably never will, but the fact that people still inspire and continue to fight to just hear their music home, like you at Lost and Found, you continuing to fight to hear your music home by more people than just a handful inspires other artists to step up and find their own voice. So like that's why in my own retrospective, I sit here and I'll promote you forever and a day, because of all the smaller artists who have like maybe 5 people following them. And if you know anybody under like 1,000 people following them, give them a follow, give them some love. Everybody needs it right now, come on. But everybody needs that little incentive to just keep going. And like, I see how you do it, and it's so amazing that you keep doing it. Because every time that you feel bad, You fight 100% of your battles and you keep going. And like, that's what you should know. You right there, on your couch, your chair, living space, whatever you want to call it. You doing your thing? Keep doing it. I'm proud of you.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. Well, do you have any input on this?
No.
No. Oh wow, that was spirited. That was spirited and well versed. So yeah, Rod, if you have no more, Luna, do you have anything else to add?
Other than be happy, keep doing you. I am proud of you. I see you. Do never give up on your passion. We got you. All I gotta say.
We see you.
We see you, independent artists trying to make it in this modern music industry. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us on the couch. Thanks for joining us on the podcast. If you're listening somewhere in the future where this is just audio and you don't have any video, thanks for joining us anyway. Hope you enjoyed it. And we will catch you in the next episode of The Sanctuary, the podcast on DPLive, where we welcome you to the Sanctuary every single time. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining us on the couch. Until next time, everybody.
I guess goodbye from the Sanctuary.
Goodbye from the Sanctuary.
Thank you.